Being around the most creative people in the industry is where we wanted to be.
But what we love most of all is taking everything that we've learned over the last 14 years, whether it's fashion or photography or all of our wedding and event experience, and bringing it to you each and every week. Hi, I'm Stephanie Boye, and you are watching Notes from the Lightbox, where you get the best wedding tips and advice delivered straight. When I sat down with Alisa Tongg about traditions, we realized we have so much more to talk about because vows are equally important to traditions as part of the ceremony. And writing your own vows can cause a lot of people anxiety or stress, undue stress. And Alisa has some really great tips to give to couples who want to write their own vows.
Thank you so much for that introduction and giving me this opportunity to help people maybe feel a little bit less anxious about that very personal part of the ceremony where the bride or the groom is expected to actually express something. They're the ones who are speaking. So the first piece of advice that I would give to someone who is going to be crafting their own set of vows is try to limit yourself to 4 to 5 sentences. It doesn't need to be pages long, and it doesn't need to be a love letter that you read in public. Think about it as these are sets of promises, actual promises that I am making to you at this time. Another way that you can go about creating your own vows is to not reinvent the wheel. There are so many different sets of vows in different religious traditions, different cultural traditions, people who've also just written beautiful words that are out there. I have a board on Pinterest if you want to see. And you can look at those and glean the things that make sense for you in your relationship and feel the freedom and permission to kind of make a hybrid of what your vows are going to be. Things that actually are relevant
Customizing
to you.
what's already out there.
And saying it in words that are your style.
And your intentional for you.
So that's an easy way to write your own vows, is just to look at what's been created and make adjustments where you feel like you need to. Another way to write your vows is how most people think of doing it. They go alone, they write something, and when their ceremony comes, it's the big reveal of what am I gonna, what are the vows that I prepared for you, and that's nice because it's an exciting thing for everyone involved. I would recommend that couples not feel like they have to memorize those vows, but to have them written, because that puts too much pressure on you on the day of to try to memorize vows. The fourth way, and this, in my opinion, is the bravest way to do vows. And I don't know if I was in my 20s, if I would have wanted or even known how to do this. But at this point in my life, I look back and I think this might be one of the best ways to create your vows. And that is to do it together before your wedding. So that involves sitting down with your fiancé and having honest, intentional conversations about what your life is going to be like, how you're going to be there for each other, asking the question, what do you need to hear me promise you? And being able to answer that back too.
That's actually pretty cool, because I think a way to live intentionally and mindfully of your partner is to almost like have a manifesto. And this is almost like the beginning of your marital manifesto. What are we going to be for each other? What do you need me to be? And
to take some of the pressure off, this is not a closed document, This is the beginning conversation of how we are today. How we're going to be moving forward. And I know a couple who revisits their vows every year.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so sweet. And you know that they have a very strong relationship because they're always thinking about themselves in terms of relationship and how they can adapt to become and support each other as they become different people, as life brings challenges and new opportunities. So I think that that's probably the most really romantic, but also the most brave thing that you can do.
I just think it's mindful, actually. I think that's sort of what is really nice, I have to say, about what you do, is you take what is, for most people, a tradition, something that they walk through without really thinking a lot about it, and you make it very mindful. The vows are mindful, the traditions are mindful, all of the different elements, and that really creates for such a unique experience for everybody.
Yeah, if this isn't an occasion to be mindful,
right?
I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's not about the party afterwards. It's about what's happening before. Thank you, Alisa. Thank you for all of your information on how to make vows very personal without giving our couples anxiety. So I think the important thing is just be mindful. Go to a quiet place and think through what's important to you and your spouse, your future spouse. If you'd like to know more about Alisa, I will put her information below this video, and if you would like to see more videos, please visit our website at www.notesfromthelightbox.com, and there you can subscribe and send us your burning questions. Have a great day. Thank you.